Good morning. I'm doing loading needle drivers for you with different sized needles and needle holders. This is a needle holder that would be used for a case that goes deep into the tummy, maybe going after a intestine of some sort. And we'll load this first by clipping it at the back side of the needle. This is the back side where the thread is loaded, and this is the front side where the point is. So we'll go in like this, one click, roll it out, and there you have it. We're loaded. Place that back on there. Always use a needle driver to pick up your needles because you don't want to use these fingers because you'll stick yourself in a heartbeat. This is an interesting needle driver. This is used on female parts. The uterus, the vagina. The curve on it is what is specific for that, so that you can move around into the soft tissue. And when we hold this one, we want to have the curve toward the back of our palm. And you'll pick up your suture, open your needle driver. Now, that's got a little bit of an angle on it. Some prefer to have that angle, some prefer to have even more of an angle, and then there's others that still want it to be perpendicular. But that doesn't give you as much of a reach as the angle does. So we'll tuck him away. And then here we have our regular size needle driver, and this is probably used more on top of or a little bit below sub-Q possibly. And that one is in our compartment. We'll pick it up right there and cue it, line it up like that. If you want to hand it to the surgeon because he's a left-handed person, we'll just point it that way, away from them. And then we have the small Haney. This is probably
Webster.
Oh, Webster. Why did I call it a Haney? Webster is used for plastics maybe. So here we would load a very tiny needle right here. And that is also a preference where they have the needle loaded at the 45-degree angle, which is nice for getting gentle stitching onto the tender layers that they're working with. I'm also going to show you the Castro Viejo. This one is used for eyes, and one click closes it and the next click opens it. So we're going to load our suture with this.
Oh yeah, I brought those for you when you were
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'll use this one since it's open. I'm breaking my rule. One click. One more. But there we have it. It's loaded. for the position. And that is our cast roll. And he is used with some very tiny suture. Extremely tiny suture. Load it on, little click, and there's his little 45-degree angle. There we are. And that's how we load the various needle drivers with our various sized suture.